Hello children, good morning. Today we are going to learn about refraction through glass prism. Refraction through glass prism. See children, this is triangular glass prism. Already in the before class means in the refraction part you know rectangular glass prism, but this is triangular glass prism. As you can see this, all these three sides are equal. This is equilateral triangular prism. Okay. Here each angle will be 60 degrees. This angle is what we call base angle. Okay. This angle is what we call base angle. So this is triangular glass prism. If we pass an incident ray through this glass prism like this, definitely the light will be uh, diffracted into 7 different colors. Okay, dispersed into 7 different colors. What will happen if we send an incident ray through triangular glass prism? It disperses into 7 different colors. Okay, this is what we call Wigner. Okay, so we discuss that one later. Now today's our topic is refraction through glass prism. No? So when we pass one incident ray through this glass prism, we will get an emergent ray in this way. This is our activity. First of all, we have to take this triangular glass prism onto the white sheet. Okay. Take the triangular glass prism onto the white sheet and draw margins around it. Now we will get this triangle. Okay. Now we require 4 bell pins. Now draw an incident ray onto this one side of the triangular glass prism. Let us take this one as incident ray. Now fix 2 pins at 2 different positions. Here one pin, here one pin. We have to fix. So we have to fix 2 pins in these 2 different positions. You may indicate as P and Q. Okay, now again place our prism. Again we have to place the prism in the actual position. Now what we have to do? Now we have to see the positions of these 2 pins through opposite surface. Means through this surface we have to observe the positions of these 2 pins. See children, now you are observing the positions of 2 pins. See, so in the straight line only we have to indicate. So the position of one pin is here and another one is here. Now join the 2 points. Now join the 2 points. Now remove the prism. See here. Now we have to join this point and this point. See now this is incident ray, this is refracted ray, and this is emergent ray. So here we observed the positions of images of these 2 bell pins. Okay, actually we have to place in this manner. Here one pin and one more pin in other position. Here. This is our activity. Okay. So we can conclude that when an incident ray passes through a triangular glass prism, after refraction we will get an emergent ray. Here we have to draw actual path of the incident ray. This is actual path, no? Actual path. But instead of going the light ray in this direction, it is bending. So this is emergent ray. We have to extend. See, so this is actual path, but it is not going in this way. It is bending and going, no? So the angle formed between emergent ray emergent ray and actual path. This angle is what we call angle of deviation. Angle of deviation. Children, this is actual path. This is actual path. This is emergent ray. The angle formed between actual path and extended emergent ray, this is called angle of deviation. Angle of deviation. This is incident ray. For example, this is A, B, C, this is D and E. Okay? F. See now. This is for example P. Okay. PD incident ray, DE refracted ray, EF emergent ray. Okay? So the angle formed between extended emergent ray and actual path is called angle of deviation. This angle of deviation depends on angle of incidence. This is normal 1. This is normal 2. This is angle of incidence. Based on the angle of incidence, angle of deviation will be different. Okay? Thank you.